As a woman, imagine being able to be beat up at least 5 men at once. Mary was born in a small village in Saro at 7 months. The nurses wrapped her in cloth and placed her beside a lantern to keep her warm. Everyone thought she wouldn't survive, but she did, but she grew up weak. Her bones were thin, and she fell sick often. In school, the other children laughed at how slow she was, how she struggled to climb stairs, how her hands shook when carrying her books. Mary hated fetching water. The gallon felt like it was filled with rocks. She cried most evenings from the pain in her back and shoulders. Her mother would massage her gently while whispering that God would make a way. But even Mary didn't believe that anymore. One night, after crying herself to sleep, something strange happened. In her sleep, she saw a man standing by a white tree. He gave her something to eat, a small, solid white chunk that felt cold in her mouth. When she woke up, she didn't think about it too much. Dreams like that were normal. But the day changed everything. She went to fetch water, expecting the usual struggle. But when she lifted the gallon, it felt like lifting an empty bowl. At first, she thought maybe the tank had run dry. She opened it again. It was full. Over the next few days, even more strange things happened. She carried 2 full sacks of firewood from the bush without breathing heavily. She chased a goat that escaped from the family pen and caught it with one hand. Then one day, when her mother was trying to move a broken cupboard, Ijoma lifted it with one arm and placed it outside. Her mother just stared at her. The people who saw her barely recognized her because she was no longer the limpy and weak girl they once knew. Some said she had juju. Others said she joined a secret cult. Even her, the people who once bullied her, started to stay away. They didn't understand. Even Mary didn't understand what had happened. But she knew one thing. Whatever happened that night, it had changed her forever. And this was only the beginning. Mary kept getting stronger. Every week there was something new about her. She helped the blacksmith lift his anvil when his sons couldn't. She chased a thief who tried to steal cassava from her mother's farm and caught him before he left the road. She once pushed a stock van out of the mud with just her hands. Soon, parents in the village started using her name to warn their children. If you don't wash those plates, I'll call Mary. Keep misbehaving if you want me to bring Mary. Go to sleep or I will call Mary for you. Children obeyed immediately. They were afraid of her, even though she never hurt anyone. Mary didn't mind. She had spent years being ignored. Now people noticed her, but not all the attention felt good. Boys didn't come around anymore. Even the ones who used to tease her now crossed the road when they saw her. Some said she was too strong. Some said she had powers. Some just didn't want to be seen near her. Her mother was proud, but she also looked worried sometimes. You're strong now, she said one night while peeling yam. But who will marry a girl stronger than all the boys? Mary stayed quiet. She didn't have an answer. She had stopped thinking about marriage. Then one day, a man named Tanila came to the village. He came with a team of builders to fix the broken bridge by the river. He was from the city, tall and good-looking, with blue eyes. People liked him right away. What surprised everyone was that he liked Mary. He greeted her each time they passed. He watched her carry logs like they were nothing and smiled. One afternoon, she was helping to clear a path near the river when he came over. He asked her if she needed help, which she refused, and he left. The next day, he came again. This time, he sat on a rock and watched her split firewood. You don't get tired? He asked. I used to, she said, but not anymore. They started talking. He didn't ask her about her strength. He asked what she likes doing, if she likes the rain, if she had ever been to the city. She didn't say much at first, but she noticed how he listened. One evening, they walked back from the farm road together. She asked him if he was not afraid of her. He told her there was nothing to be afraid of but admire. He's not a weak man, and she's not a monster, but a beautiful and kind young woman. She looked at him and he looked serious. After that, things changed a little. Tanila didn't run away from her like the others. He stayed. He asked questions. He waited for her answers. Mary didn't know what to call the feeling in her chest, but she liked it. Mary and Tanila grew close. They walked side by side, talked often, and sat together during evening rest. Her mother was very happy. As usual, people had a lot to say. They said things like her being too strong for him, beating him up one day. Tanila didn't care about what people said. He liked Mary just the way she was. And Mary, for the first time in her life, let someone in without fear. She laughed more, and she slowly allowed herself to believe that someone could love her. One day, under the same tree where they first had a real conversation, Tani asked her to marry him. He just held her hand and said, I want to be with you, if you'll have me. Mary didn't say anything at first. She looked at him, thinking of all the days she felt alone, all the nights she cried quietly, all the years people stayed away. She agreed to marry him. They got married a few months later. It was simple. The whole village came. Even those who once feared her now danced at her wedding. Her mother cried the whole day, tears of joy, and maybe a few tears for all the time she thought her daughter would end up alone. After the wedding, Mary and Tani moved to the city. The village girls were jealous, as it was their dreams to move to the city. One night, after putting the kids to sleep, Mary sat outside alone. She looked up at the sky, then closed her eyes. And there he was again, the man from her dream, still standing by the white tree. But this time, he smiled and spoke. Mary looked at him closely. Who are you? I'm your father, he said. I left before you were born, but I've always watched over you. She wanted to speak, but her throat felt tight. He stepped forward, gently touched her shoulder, and said, You were meant to be more, and you are. She woke up with tears in her eyes, but her heart felt full. Mary had found her strength. She had found love. She had found peace. And that was more than enough.